Chair now recognizes the gentleman from Pennsylvania, Mr. Perry.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and I thank each one of you for your service to the country. You can imagine that we as members of Congress in the legislative branch have a little bit of a difficult time getting information from the administration if for no other reason than they're the executive branch and we're the legislative branch and the whole separation and so on and so forth. But I'm concerned that it's deeper than that, and there are reasons other than that. And in the shadow of tax day, I don't know that most Americans, look, a lot of people in the last couple of days just wrote checks to the federal government. They're probably not real happy about it, and they probably don't realize, and this is according to your report, sir, Mr. Sopko, that since October of 2021, the American taxpayers spent $8,275,952,000 in Afghanistan. That's since October 2021. And also included in your report 23-16, the United States left 43,139 ground vehicles behind in Afghanistan, specialty munitions, including millions of rounds of small arms ammunition in the tune of 37,000 rounds. Weapons, from Mark IVs and M16s to howitzers and mortar systems, 316,260. Aircraft vehicles, including individual GPS devices, 22,950. These numbers are staggering. They are staggering. They are unacceptable. Now, in previous conversations with some of my colleagues, the other inspector generals kind of implied and gave me the impression via the questioning that everybody's cooperating and there's no obstruction. And I want to drill down on that, because that's not the perception I get from Mr. Sopko. And if you're getting something different, then we need to know that. But according to a November 22nd report, found that the Taliban likely gained access to approximately $57.6 million in funds. And I just remind everybody, we say the Taliban. Let's remind ourselves that the Taliban is a murderous terrorist regime, a murderous terrorist regime. $57.6 million in funds that DOD, state, and USAID provided to the former Afghan government, yet the murderous Taliban has them. And it also in the report says that the three agencies did not provide or were unable to provide SIGAR with information showing the amount of on-budget assistance funds they left in the country at the time of the Taliban takeover. So are they just not complying with him, or are they providing you with this information regarding the $57.6 million? That goes to DOD, sir, ma'am, state, and ma'am, USAID. What say you?
So a couple things. Thank you for the question. First of all, we have not experienced a lack of cooperation in getting information from the department. With regard to the important question you asked about equipment that was left behind, I believe the department in its submissions to the Hill has estimated $7.12 billion worth of equipment that was in the hands of the Afghan military when it collapsed. They have indicated that much of that may not still be in operation. Mr. Sopko's talked, and we had similar work about the lack.
So are you saying they're cooperating with you, but not the special inspector general in Afghanistan? They're fully cooperating with you. And should he be coming to you for the information, since he can't get it from DOD?
So it's a great question. So let me just to finish the last point. We have no ability to audit, obviously, in Afghanistan at this point to determine how much.
Yeah, I know, and the server went down, and we don't know where the equipment was, and oh my goodness, we got to spend more money on the military.
With regard to our office, we have not experienced any lack of cooperation from the department.
So once again, should Mr. Sopko be talking to you, since DOD won't cooperate with him?
Well, it's the department's information. I'm happy to help with any IG to ensure.
How about state?
So we also have not encountered any lack of cooperation or access issues related to our Afghanistan oversight. We deconflict our work, so we're not looking at those same questions when we know that SIGAR is looking at them. So we haven't encountered the same issues. We are about to launch work to look specifically at how the embassy disposed of its armored vehicles and sensitive assets. So we do have work in that space that we hope will answer
So
questions.
the report, the October 22nd report also details states' failure to complete required oversight and evaluation of its anti-terrorism assistance program in Afghanistan. Do you recognize that as true, and have the information they provided lead you to the same conclusion or a different conclusion?
We haven't looked specifically at that issue because that was an issue that SIGAR was looking at, so we work really
But
hard
if they
to
can't
stay
get the
out of their lane.
information, should he come to you?
He's certainly welcome to. He has not.
And how about USAID?
Yeah, we are happy to do joint work.
Okay. Mr. Chairman, I yield.